I am proud to say this is one of the two video games adapted into a movie that was a success. What's up, YouTubers of the world? MegaGeekMixer here. Just got back from seeing Sonic. He's the fastest thing alive. Proud to say that out loud again. And boy, what a great movie. It was awesome. Everything about it pretty much was awesome. Now, I'm not saying it was a perfect movie. Not a perfect movie. But for a video game that gets adapted into a movie, it did it justice. It did me proud. I'm actually going to say that, yeah, I want to see this again because I just kept laughing through almost most of this movie. And one thing I am really happy about is that the movie producers and the directors actually heard the voices of the people, especially when we saw that horrible first trailer of the first design of Sonic. Yeah, I understand you guys were trying to go realistic and everything, but no, that was just So thank you for listening to us and redesigning them. You guys did a wonderful job. You redesigned him, made him look like what he should really look like, and asked for Sonic's personality and stuff. He pretty much had what it is that makes him Sonic. Bear in mind, there were some things there that was in there that you never really saw if you are a Sonic fan and have known him for a long time, parts such as that. So it makes understandable that that'd be kind of a surprise there, but it still worked for the movie, nonetheless. And as a matter of fact, Ben, who played as Sonic, or better yet, voiced as Sonic, I'm not played him, but still same thing. Either case, when you look at him, he did an amazing job. The voice acting he did with all the jokes and all the messing around and stuff. Bear in mind, he still didn't do many of Sonic's trash talking, but even still, while he didn't do much of the trash talking, he still really killed Sonic's personality and other parts of his personality that exist. But one of the things I really loved about this movie is that these guys behind the scenes must have obviously took inspiration from X-Men Days of Future Past with Quicksilver. And you will know what I mean when you see this see this movie, guys, because I'm not spoiling anything for you. You guys need to see this movie for yourselves to form your own opinions of it. But I'm sure most of y'all are going to love it. If you're a true Sonic fan, you know how this will turn out to be. Also, James Marsden, oh my God, I think I butchered that guy's name. My bad, James. But either case, he played as Tom, a police cop in a small town, and he eventually is the guy to help Sonic, because like it comes when Sonic meets a human, that first human he meets ends up becoming his friend. And in this movie, that's exactly what Sonic needed, and it worked out for both of them here. As a matter of fact, it worked out so well, it kind of reminded me of the whole Detective Pikachu thing, which is the other movie I mentioned about being a successful movie that was from a video game. Those are the only two, Sonic and Detective Pikachu. Now, if I'm to say which chemistry I liked more, I'm not gonna lie, Sonic and Tom in their movie, they had the better chemistry and more interaction compared to in Detective Pikachu. Not saying Detective Pikachu was bad, but their chemistry and how those two interacted was just fun and lovable, especially during the middle plot scene of them on a road trip to get to San Francisco. I was enjoying every minute of those two together. It just had me laughing at almost everything they were doing. It was pure genius. But if we're going to talk about who is the breakout star in all of this, it's none other than Jim Carrey. Yes, guys, Jim Carrey stole the show as Dr. Robotnik, because let's face it, could there have not been anyone else better to play him besides Jim Carrey? I don't think so, not to me. And what I really loved about it is that Jim Carrey really got into his role and what made him a famous actor to begin with, and how he does all that maniac acting of it and everything from stuff like The Mask to to other movies. I can't remember them all because Jim Carrey's been in a lot of movies that I've watched, and I'm just gonna say The Mask and plenty of other movies he's been in. But all those things that he played in back in the 90s, it's like it came back to him right here as he played Robotnik, because he showed, even in this movie, he really got into his role and did it the only way Jim Carrey knows how to do it. That's why I was so proud of him, and proud of the fact that they made Jim Carrey be the perfect person to play Robotnik, because yes, I was enjoying every minute of it, on how crazy he was being and how world dominating he wanted things to be with what he was trying to do, and with when he find out who Sonic is and what he has to do. Loved it. But what's even more great about this movie is how they made sure to give you out Easter egg callbacks to some of the things from the original games. And by that, I'm talking about a few of the stages that we used to have, such as in the plot takes place in a town called Green Hill. Is that it? Yeah, Green Hill Zone. I'm pretty sure that was it. But what I do know is that that wasn't the only one. There was also Mushroom Hill or something like that. I can't remember exactly. All I just know is we had two scenes that were important to the plot. One of them is Green Hill, because that's where the original Sonic's first stage was, and then there was Mushroom Hill, I believe that was called, or Mushroom Zone. But all I know is it was great that they gave you Easter egg callbacks to some of the things that went on in the original movie that was there. Then that's not saying that that's what they didn't have in this film. They had other stuff that was great, callbacks and stuff to what made Sonic the Hedgehog Sonic the Hedgehog, such as him and his feet and curling up and doing all that other stuff. Plus his rings. Yes, his rings are a thing of magic as they make portals and everything. But all this is just little small details. Like I said, guys, it's not spoiling anything. But one of the things you guys have got to stay for is the end credit scene. Yes, as soon as the end credits start, do not leave your seats yet, because there is a post-credit scene that you must see, and that is going to make you happy and make you want to see this again and again. Pretty much being just like him, you're moving around, you just want to start moving around and having a good time and stuff, because that's exactly how I felt for this film. And if there's any other problems, though, with I had with the film, well, I guess it would say just some parts into the plot could have gone better, such as Tika, who plays as the wife of James's character, Tom. She didn't really have much to do in the film. I mean, she just kind of had a few scenes here and there where she had her few talk scenes and everything. And when getting to the final plot, she does join in with Tom, but she's still barely noticeable in that one. But that's really because this is all about Tom and Sonic and them forming a friendship. So it didn't hurt the movie too much, but it would have been nice for her to have more to do in there. As for everything else, such as in the fact when how Sonic starts off and how he becomes who he comes at the end, it's something pretty much you would say if you ever got to know Sonic. How did he begin? Where he began? Well, it's shown right there, because even at the beginning of this film, you get a little hint to how he became who he became, and in his journey in going forward as he makes his way to Earth. Because if there's one thing you guys gotta know, is that starting off in Green Hill, this is in his own world. This isn't on Earth. This pretty much just kind of like in Sonic X. He was from another world, but got transported to Earth. And then he just started living on Earth, living a life, making friends with the first human he made contact with, Chris. Well, in this one, it's Tom. But you guys get my point. I'm sure you're getting my point around. Guys, I don't really know if there's much left to say. Oh, let me elaborate on one more other thing I actually forgot to mention about. Yes, because I mentioned it earlier, and that was talking about the original versus the redesign. Because like I said, guys, they really wanted this to be realistic, blend in with real people and stuff. But as we saw, no, that wasn't going to work. And then when you got in this new redesigned Sonic and seeing how he interacted with the characters, with the human characters and stuff, you'll find that yes, it actually worked in better than what they would look for if they had really gone with that original design. Because I can't really imagine it having been better with that original design they were going with compared to the redesign they were going to go with. And another thing I almost am forgetting to mention is that the final battle and all, it's pretty much a great way to see why he is the fastest thing alive. And the final confrontation with the final clash between him and Dr. Robotnik, aka he likes to call him Eggman, truly a great way to end it. And well, I guess that's all I got for it, except for I also said it was funny, and I would love to go more into detail about it, but like, you guys should just see it for yourself. All I just know is, for true Sonic fans who have known Sonic from the very beginning, and for kids who do know about Sonic from some of these other games but never originally knew how it all started, this will be good for them to educate themselves on. But definitely, guys, great movie. If I'm to give it a score, it's going to be, I'd say 8 out of 10. I'll do it. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Give it an 8 out of 10 because that's exactly what this movie felt like. A great movie with many good spots and a good promising thing if they make a sequel, which I'm sure they will, especially with what I saw at the end. But I'm going to leave it all at that, guys. And once again, good movie. Hope you guys see it. And I'd like to hear your thoughts about it and leave them down in the comment section down below. But until then, if you're enjoying my videos, all you got to do is click that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to be notified when I make more videos. And until then, MegaGeekMixer signing out. Bye!